All right, and welcome back to Modeling Manhood. Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to talk about leaving and cleaving, something that is easier said than done. God instituted marriage in the very beginning, and in Genesis, after He created man, He created female. And this is how Genesis 2:24 goes. Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall become one flesh. The act of cleaving means letting go of something else and having something else to grab onto. Uh, I guess what that means to me is I had to let go of things in my past in order to make my wife a priority and let her see that I was cleaving to her after we got married. Being married and who I was married to was the second most important decision of my life. The first decision being my choice to follow Jesus. And if you haven't decided to follow him, make sure that you are making him that number one decision in your life. After that, who are you going to be married to, or if you're going to be married? Each of my kids has heard me say many times, make sure that the person you married believes the same things that you do. If you are unequally yoked or you're a believer and your spouse isn't a believer, let your testimony be an encouragement to them. Let them see the light and the hope that you have within you so that they have a desire to someday join you in that journey with your faith walk with Christ. Another verse in the Old Testament that talks about cleaving is Deuteronomy 13:4. We shall walk after the Lord your God and fear him and keep his commandments, obey his voice and serve him and cleave unto him. My question to you is, what are you cleaving to more than Jesus? What are you hanging on to? Maybe there's something from your past that is holding you back for maybe even making a decision to follow Jesus. Maybe there's something holding you back to take that next leap of faith. Maybe it's a calling God's had on your life for a long time that you've just ignored. And you're not willing to let go and let him have that. For me, early in my marriage, I was still attached to the farm. I wanted to be at the farm every Sunday morning while my wife was home getting 2 or 3 or 4 kids ready to go to church on Sundays, because I wanted to make sure that my parents and my younger siblings got to church on a Sunday morning. And that became a difficult struggle in my marriage and something that I had to say no to after a little while, because I couldn't please everybody. In my mindset, I thought if they were happy, I'd be happy. And I played this juggling act of where was I supposed to be? And that was a struggle and something that I still struggle with sometimes. Just the importance of what is your number one and what is your number two. Every time we say yes to something, something else gets the no. And that's tough. When we cleave to something and grab onto it, we have to let go of something else. And this verse in Deuteronomy says that we need to be grabbing onto him, serving him, obeying his voice, keeping his commandments. And that's just a little bit of my struggle and why I started out saying the leaving and cleaving is easier to talk about than actually doing. And not sure if you guys are single, married, divorced, or have lost a loved one, but that leaving and cleaving is so important. Every time we make a big decision in life, we're saying no to something else. And part of making a decision to follow Jesus is saying no to the ways of the world. And when we say I do in a marriage situation, we're saying no to half the population of the world that's of the opposite sex. And we're saying yes to that one person and making them the priority for us. So I just want to encourage you guys as you're watching this, if you are single, make sure that your heart is correct and that you are pursuing a Jesus relationship before you're pursuing a relationship with someone else that you may spend the rest of your life with. God knows the desires of your heart and just wants to see those needs met if that's where he's calling you. But I just want you to know that Your heart and your purity and you just being willing to have a relationship is what you need to be cleaving onto until he opens up those doors. So thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for joining me in my stories and my struggles. Hopefully you guys are able to relate and just feeling a little challenged by what you're hearing. Thank you for joining us. Looking forward to bringing it to you again tomorrow. Remember to mirror your maker and journey with Jesus today.